Experience the AI-driven world of mobility. NeuroDriveAiReels awaits. Do you know that the cars of today are starting to feel human? Not literally, but AI in cars is beginning to show empathy, the ability to understand human intentions, predict feelings, and adapt to our behaviors on the road. This isn't just about making driving more comfortable. It's about safety, efficiency, and building trust between humans and machines. Imagine a vehicle that senses your stress, reacts calmly to a near miss, or even helps prevent road rage incidents. AI empathy is no longer science fiction. It's quietly arriving on streets around the world. Why does this matter? Because understanding AI empathy changes how we interact with cars, urban traffic, and the future of mobility. It reshapes the driving experience and the very way we trust technology to move us safely. Do you know what AI empathy really means in cars? It isn't emotions like humans feel. It's neural networks trained to recognize human behaviors, gestures, and patterns, then respond appropriately. Cameras, LiDAR, radar, and sensors feed this information into the AI brain. Here's the fascinating part. The system doesn't just react, it interprets. If it senses you braking abruptly or weaving through traffic, it can adjust the car's behavior, suggest safer maneuvers, or even warn nearby vehicles. Over time, AI learns how you drive, anticipating your needs before you even voice them. Why does this matter? Because human error causes over 90% of accidents. A car that can sense and respond to driver stress, distraction, or indecision could drastically reduce collisions, protect lives, and make roads safer for everyone. Do you know that AI empathy isn't limited to reacting to your own driving? It predicts others' behavior too? Neural networks analyze the movement of pedestrians, cyclists, and other drivers. They estimate intent. Will a pedestrian cross? Will a car suddenly cut lanes? Imagine commuting where sudden surprises are anticipated and handled seamlessly. Collisions become rare, traffic flows more smoothly, stress drops. Hospitals can focus on critical cases rather than minor accidents. Cities save billions in accident-related costs. The ripple effect is profound. Do you know that AI can detect emotional context on the road? Cameras and sensors analyze subtle movements, like a driver's hands gripping the wheel or a pedestrian's sudden step onto the street, and interpret urgency or hesitation. This allows cars to adjust speed, distance, or alerts dynamically. Your AI car can become a calm companion in stressful situations, preventing rash decisions and reducing road rage. It's empathy in action, anticipating. Do you know that the car you see on the street today is no longer just a machine for going from point A to point B? Imagine vehicles that understand you, predict traffic patterns, avoid accidents, and even help reduce your carbon footprint. This future is here now through neural networks. The AI brains behind self-driving cars. But why does this matter? Because AI isn't just about convenience. It's about safety, efficiency, and transforming how we move through cities. Do you know how a self-driving car thinks? It's layers of neural networks, algorithms inspired by the human brain, processing millions of data points every second. Cameras, LiDAR, radar, and sensors feed the AI information about speed, distance, and movement. Here's the fascinating part. Neural networks learn from every mile. They detect patterns, anticipate hazards, and improve continuously. This learning allows cars to react faster and more accurately than humans ever could. Why does this matter? Human error causes over 90% of accidents. Neural networks reduce collisions, save lives, lower insurance costs, and make streets safer. On screen, NeuroDriveAiReels, smarter roads, safer lives. Do you know that AI doesn't just react, it predicts? Neural networks calculate probabilities. Will a pedestrian step off the curb? Is another vehicle likely to cut in? Imagine commuting where collisions are rare, traffic flows smoothly, and stress is minimal. Fewer accidents free hospitals, save billions in city budgets, and allow emergency services to respond faster. Neural networks optimize both driving and city life. Do you know that neural networks allow cars to communicate us with traffic signals, infrastructure, and even each other? Traffic moves like a living system, congestion drops, and fuel consumption decreases. Picture intersections adjusting lights in real time, cars traveling in platoons at optimal speed and spacing, emissions dropping, and roads opening space for parks, bike lanes, and pedestrian zones. Neural networks don't just move cars. They reshape urban life. Do you know AI doesn't replace humans? It works with us? Most vehicles today are Level 3 autonomous. AI handles routine driving, humans intervene in complex scenarios. Trust and collaboration are essential. Neural networks process millions of inputs per second, but they cannot fully predict human behavior. This partnership lets us focus on higher-level decisions while AI handles repetitive or dangerous tasks. Commutes could become productive or even relaxing. Step into the future of mobility. NeuroDriveAiReels is ready for the ride. Do you know that the roads themselves are starting to think? Not literally, but AI-driven infrastructure is transforming highways, intersections, and urban streets into adaptive systems that respond to traffic, weather, and human behavior in real time. Imagine roads that predict congestion, adjust signals dynamically, and even guide self-driving cars for safer, smoother travel. This isn't science fiction, it's happening today. Why does this matter? Because traffic delays, accidents, and energy waste cost cities trillions globally. AI-powered roads could save lives, time, and resources while making our daily commute less stressful and more predictable. Do you know what adaptive infrastructure really means? Pause. It's roads, bridges, and traffic systems equipped with sensors, cameras, IoT devices, and AI algorithms that continuously analyze traffic flow, vehicle speed, weather, and pedestrian patterns. The fascinating part? These systems don't just collect data, they act on it. Traffic lights can adjust timing in real time, variable speed limits respond to congestion, and lane directions can change dynamically based on demand. Why does this matter? Roads become smarter, accidents reduce, fuel efficiency increases, and emergency vehicles can reach destinations faster. Adaptive infrastructure turns static streets into responsive, intelligent networks. Do you know that AI can predict traffic patterns before they happen? Pause. Neural networks analyze millions of data points, vehicle density, historical patterns, accidents, and construction schedules. They forecast congestion and reroute cars automatically. Imagine leaving work knowing your route will be congestion-free because the system predicts jams and guides you around them. Stress decreases. Commuting becomes predictable. Why does this matter? Fewer bottlenecks mean reduced fuel consumption, lower emissions, and happier drivers. Cities save billions previously lost to traffic delays. AI doesn't just move cars, it moves society efficiently. On screen, predictive traffic flow in cinematic text. Do you know intersections can adapt in real time? Pause. AI-enabled traffic lights adjust durations based on vehicle flow, pedestrian presence, and even emergency vehicle detection. Crosswalks can extend time for elderly or disabled pedestrians automatically. Picture intersections that prioritize safety without slowing traffic unnecessarily. Vehicles glide through smoothly, reducing stop-and-go driving, fuel use, and stress. Why does this matter? Accident. Do you know how an AI mechanic works? It's not a robot with a wrench. It's a neural network embedded in vehicles, connected to thousands of sensors monitoring every system: engine, brakes, battery, suspension, even software updates. Here's the fascinating part. These AI systems can detect anomalies in real time. A slight vibration in the engine, unusual heat in the brakes, or a minor battery inconsistency can be flagged and analyzed before it becomes a failure. Why does this matter? Because early detection prevents breakdowns, accidents, and expensive repairs. Instead of waiting for a warning light, your AI mechanic is constantly learning, predicting, and safeguarding your vehicle. Do you know that AI mechanics don't just identify current issues, they predict future ones? By analyzing patterns across thousands of vehicles, AI predicts when a part is likely to fail. Imagine your car telling you, "Replace this brake pad in 300 miles," rather than failing unexpectedly. Predictive maintenance extends vehicle life, reduces downtime, and saves money on emergency repairs. Why does this matter? Traditional maintenance relies on schedules or visible wear, but AI gives precision, targeting only what actually needs attention. It's efficient, economical, and safer for drivers everywhere. Do you know that AI mechanics can diagnose problems as you drive? Sensors feed data continuously, and neural networks interpret it instantly. A software glitch, low tire pressure, or fluid imbalance is identified and reported immediately. Picture a car that automatically adjusts engine performance, braking sensitivity, or suspension settings while alerting you to service needs. Your vehicle becomes a living system, responding to its own health status. Why does this matter? Real-time diagnostics prevent catastrophic failures. AI acts faster than human reaction, reducing accidents caused by mechanical issues and improving road safety for everyone. Do you know that AI mechanics don't just help individual drivers? They transform entire fleets. Delivery trucks, rideshare vehicles, and public transport can be monitored remotely, with predictive alerts minimizing downtime. Imagine a city where buses never break down mid-route, delivery trucks arrive on schedule, and shared cars are always safe and ready. AI mechanics optimize maintenance schedules, reduce service interruptions, and improve overall mobility. Why does this matter? Efficient fleets save cities millions, reduce emissions, and improve commuter reliability. The AI mechanic is quietly reshaping urban mobility. Do you know that AI mechanics work best when humans collaborate? Mechanics, engineers, and drivers receive AI insights and can prioritize or adjust interventions. Imagine a mechanic guided by AI recommendations, knowing which component is at highest risk and what tool or part is required before even opening the hood. This partnership ensures repairs are precise, fast, and cost-effective. Why does this matter? Humans bring judgment, context, and creativity, while AI provides data, predictions, and continuous monitoring. Together, they create a maintenance system far beyond what either could achieve alone. Do you know that AI mechanics also improve energy efficiency? By monitoring battery health in EVs, optimizing fuel systems, or adjusting engine parameters, AI reduces waste and emissions. Picture an electric vehicle that predicts battery degradation and adjusts charging cycles to maximize lifespan, or a hybrid that fine-tunes energy usage in real time. Every vehicle becomes more sustainable. Why does this matter? Reduced emissions, longer-lasting components, and optimized fuel or energy consumption directly benefit the environment and your wallet. AI mechanics contribute to a smarter, greener mobility ecosystem. Do you know that AI mechanics can save lives? Early detection of brake wear, tire anomalies, or steering issues prevents accidents. AI can even alert emergency services automatically if a malfunction leads to a critical situation. Imagine a car warning you of brake fluid loss or an impending tire blowout, giving you time to slow down or pull over safely. Neural networks continuously calculate risk and recommend safe action. Why does this matter? Seconds matter in mechanical failures. AI mechanics turn potential disasters into manageable events, protecting drivers, passengers, and pedestrians alike. Do you know that AI mechanics personalize vehicle care? They learn driving habits, environmental conditions, and performance preferences to optimize maintenance routines. Picture a car that knows you drive aggressively on weekends and adjusts tire monitoring accordingly, or detects city traffic wear patterns and recommends fluid checks more frequently. Your vehicle care becomes intuitive, tailored, and proactive. Why does this matter? Personalization ensures maximum safety, comfort, and performance, creating a truly adaptive relationship between driver and machine. Here's the transformative potential. AI mechanics don't just diagnose, they prevent, optimize, and revolutionize how we interact with vehicles. Roads become safer, repairs become predictable, fleets operate efficiently, and urban mobility evolves. So here's the question for you. Would you trust a car that can monitor and repair itself intelligently, or do you prefer traditional maintenance? How far are you willing to let AI manage the health of your vehicle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The future of vehicle maintenance is arriving fast, and your perspective matters. Remember, AI mechanics aren't just technology. They're partners shaping safer, smarter, and more reliable mobility for everyone. Step into the future of driving. NeuroDriveAiReels awaits. Do you know that autonomous vehicles are no longer just about convenience or speed? They're making decisions that impact lives, traffic safety, and even legal responsibility. Every choice, braking, swerving, accelerating, is a moral decision when AI is behind the wheel. Why does this matter? Because the AI doesn't feel, it calculates. But those calculations have consequences for humans. Understanding these ethical dimensions isn't just theory. It affects how we design, regulate, and trust self-driving cars. Do you know how autonomous vehicles think? They use neural networks to process millions of data points per second: speed, distance, road conditions, pedestrian movement, and vehicle behavior. Here's the fascinating part. The AI predicts outcomes and weighs risks. If a pedestrian steps off the curb or a car suddenly brakes ahead, the vehicle evaluates options in milliseconds: swerve, brake, or continue. Why does this matter? Human reaction times are limited and inconsistent. AI can act faster and with more precision, but it must also make ethical judgments that humans usually make instinctively. The stakes are life and death. Do you know that AI faces moral dilemmas every day? Classic thought experiments like the trolley problem become real-world scenarios. Should the car swerve to avoid one pedestrian and risk another, or stay on course to protect its passengers? Imagine driving through a crowded city where split-second decisions determine outcomes. Autonomous vehicles must choose between risk mitigation, passenger safety, and the well-being of others on the road. Why does this matter? Society is shifting responsibility from humans to machines. If an accident occurs, who is accountable? The manufacturer, the software engineer, or the AI itself? These dilemmas are already influencing policy and public trust. Do you know that transparency is critical for ethical AI? Engineers must explain how algorithms make decisions. Neural networks aren't magic. They follow rules based on programmed priorities, training data, and predictive modeling. Picture a scenario where an AI misjudges a pedestrian's path. Understanding why it made that decision is essential for accountability and legal recourse. Manufacturers must log data, provide decision rationale, and continuously improve the system. Why does this matter? Without transparency, trust breaks down. People are less likely to accept autonomous vehicles if they don't understand or can't verify how ethical decisions are made. Ethical AI is trustworthy AI. Do you know that autonomous vehicles balance competing priorities constantly? Safety, efficiency, legality, and passenger comfort can conflict. Should the car brake sharply to avoid a minor collision if it increases risk for rear passengers? Should it obey traffic laws strictly even if it slows emergency response? Imagine an ambulance scenario. Autonomous cars must yield without causing accidents, weighing urgency against safety. These trade-offs aren't simple. They require nuanced ethical frameworks embedded into AI behavior. Why does this matter? The design of these systems directly affects human lives. Ethical lapses can cost lives, erode public confidence, and delay adoption of safer autonomous technologies. Do you know that autonomous vehicle ethics extend beyond individual trips? Urban planning, traffic policy, and insurance systems all depend on AI's predictable and ethical behavior. Picture a city where every car communicates with infrastructure to optimize safety and traffic flow. Decisions about risk, right-of-way, and congestion mitigation have societal consequences. Who gets priority when accidents are unavoidable? Why does this matter? AI ethics shape our cities, emergency response, and public trust. Misaligned priorities could increase inequality, risk, or inefficiency, while ethical alignment can enhance safety and fairness across entire communities. Do you know that humans remain an essential part of ethical decision-making? Most vehicles today are Level 3 autonomous. AI handles routine operations, but humans intervene in complex scenarios. Trust and understanding are critical. Drivers must know when to take control, and AI must communicate intentions clearly. Transparent warnings, intuitive interfaces, and ethical predictability create a partnership between humans and machines. Why does this matter? Collaboration ensures that AI decisions complement human judgment rather than conflict with it. Ethical decisions aren't just about programming. They're about interaction, trust, and shared responsibility. Do you know that policymakers, ethicists, and engineers are designing frameworks for autonomous vehicle ethics? Guidelines cover liability, transparency, emergency response, and moral prioritization. Imagine a future where AI must navigate diverse laws across countries, ethical norms across cultures, and evolving societal expectations. These frameworks ensure that autonomous vehicles make decisions aligned with human values. Why does this matter? Without clear regulations, ethical lapses could result in lawsuits, accidents, or public rejection. Proper frameworks ensure technology serves society safely, responsibly, and predictably. Do you know that the public must understand autonomous vehicle ethics? People need to know how AI decisions are made, what risks exist, and how to safely interact with self-driving cars. Picture community programs, media campaigns, and real-time AI transparency dashboards that educate citizens. Awareness improves adoption, trust, and cooperation between humans and machines. Why does this matter? Technology alone cannot solve ethical dilemmas. Public understanding ensures that autonomous vehicles enhance safety, reduce accidents, and improve overall mobility experience. Here's the transformative potential. AI decision-making in vehicles isn't just about driving efficiency, it redefines responsibility, trust, and safety. Streets become smarter, collisions are reduced, and ethical frameworks guide every split-second choice. So here's the question for you. Would you trust a car making life and death decisions autonomously? Or do you think humans should retain full control? How far are you willing to let AI shape ethical choices on our roads? Drop your thoughts in the comments. The future of autonomous mobility is arriving fast, and your perspective matters. Remember, ethical AI isn't just technology. It's about lives, responsibility, and the choices shaping the cities of tomorrow.